Okay, I'm live, finally. Per usual, computer issues. And this time it was a memory issue. This computer is so updated that about 1/3 of this computer is filled with updates. So we're gonna post it on the socials now. But yeah, lost about 40 minutes trying to clean up my computer, and in the end, it didn't really matter. There's a whole song about it. Got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. And I'm well aware that my VTuber is not on yet, because I'm first going to do the socials. Tried so hard, got so far, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. So yeah, that's computers nowadays. Blue sky. Cara. And it's so cold up here. I want to go downstairs and snuggle with my kitties. So, kitty update. They're growing. Still have way too much energy. Should hit post, otherwise things will not be posted. Mastodon posted. DeviantArt will be checked later. The only good thing is that my browser is a bit faster now, so yay for that, I guess. Well, it's almost a lot faster because one chat site is still super slow. So, other news. Kittens are doing fine. I will be weighing them after the stream. It's super cold on the attic. Let me grab a blankie. There we go. Extra blankie. We have Fantasy Expo this weekend, and I repackaged a few old XXL acrylic keychains. The one of Naraku Penny and the Ocean Goddess. I set them all on the same price. No differences in prices anymore. And when we're out, we're out. I'm not very happy with the packaging. I mean, it does the job, but I don't really like it. I don't think it looks that great. So I might repackage it later on. Who knows? For now, it just doesn't. It just stays for like that. VTuber. For those who follow my Insta or Facebook already saw, I created 4 different square magnets. This is the tryout. And if you want a special square magnet, now is the time to ask, as long as I already designed it. I mean, I can make a cosplay as life magnet. Something like that. Furry for life. No. First, reset position. There we go. Oh, wait, I need to look over there. There we go. There we go. Yes. Going to hunt for some pirate stuff at Fantasy Expo. Well, there are more conventions you can visit with that one ticket, so it's supposedly very big. So even if you can't find it at Fantasy Expo, please try Crea Days or Spirit Days or Mineral Days. I wanted to show the AnimeCon banner version 2. So keep an eye on the screen because it's going to be deleted soon enough, or at least not show. So as you can see, my favorite image of Naraku, favorite image of Yume, favorite image of Graven with the little dragon, Tiny Penny on book 7, and a couple of pages of the fifth penny. Yes. So this is what I will submit to the AnimeCon as soon as they respond. Otherwise, I'm going to contact them. And what do you need? So yeah, that was the AnimeConner. Gonna close the screen in 3, 2, 1. Close. And now we're going to start up the penny because I'm super late, of course. And hopefully, if I have time, I will do audio novel arts. Depends if I'm on the mood because I'm really, really tired. Kittens are not allowed alone in the home just yet. They're still too young for that. They don't respond to their names just yet. And the attic has just too much stuff they can hide behind where we can't get them. So we just want to wait until they're a bit bigger. And I will do a clean sweep because there are a couple of pipes they might be able to reach. And for one of those pipes, they are probably still small enough. But hey, they first need to listen to their names and see us more as clan leaders, herd leaders, pack leaders, whatever, and not just run around. Right, this one. But yeah, my computer is hungry. Wants more memory. Would be nice if I could delete some system files. Just the the C drive is probably not important, right? We can just delete that. Okay. It's not really much text, so I'm not sending it to my editors just yet. Because right now it doesn't really make sense. Maybe I'm going to go out of bounds today. Still got the A and B drive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. apparently it was Blue Monday. The most depressing day of the year. So I'm going to draw Blue Monday, being all complainy, whiny, depressed. For the record, I am not saying that people shouldn't feel sad. Advice, oh, you're feeling sad? Have you tried sad? I'm trying to bake a bit lighthearted. Going to be a bit tricky to do the outside of the line part. And of course, I want to make Blue Monday blue. No text for a moment. A very rough sketch. So let's see. Let's see. Penny, 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 penny. I've been contacted today by the Museum Leiden once more. If I'm available for some workshops again. Checked my calendar. Yes, I am. Just need to tell them. But yeah, not much to tell actually. Work is going fine. Still very busy. I had my share of entitled people again. Okay, that arm makes no sense. I need extra sketchy sketch. And of course, Monday is known for Garfield. The biggest hater of Monday in the cat comic world. Haven't really made lasagna in a while. Maybe I should again, but not this week because of Fantasy Fest. And, well, if I make lasagna, it's always half cheese, half not cheese. Just in the hopes of getting less cheese. So I prefer doing that after a convention. So probably something for next week then. Hydrate. And Remy, one of the cat twins, tasted a tiny bit of cheese and he loved it. He also jumped on our table while we were having dinner. So he landed into a plate of salmon pasta. Oh, there's a sound on. Why is there a sound on? I did not give permission for sound. I'm just gonna draw Blue Monday over everything. And I received the inspiration for how Blue Monday reacts by someone who I met today. I didn't know it was possible to sigh that much. I actually wanted to give that person a little eggshell to put on their head as a hat, for those who catch the reference. Does feel a little bit too far. But yeah, it's a lot of, it's not my fault. I couldn't be helped. I need assistance. Oh dear. Stuff like that. Well, in fact, it was no one's fault. Can I move this slightly? I mean, I can, but This layer, duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Okay. Not much coloring to do, but that's okay. I also noticed at AnimeCon they're going to have a little bit of, well, silence spots. Where if the noise becomes too much, you can rest. And when you're fully rested, you just get up and leave the spot for someone else. Which is fair. And I really think that's a good idea. Also, I don't think I'll be able to manage to finish the the new source I created. I might have time on Friday, but it's cutting it close. Technically, I could still take them along to Fantasy Expo and finish them over there if I have all the materials. So that's still a possibility. Usually I do art at conventions. But sometimes you want to do something else. It's also very fiddly. And of course I want to make pictures for the collection. But yeah, I still have enough for Fantasy Expo, unless I sell out on day one. But that would not be a bad thing if I sell out. Sure, it means people will have to look at other things and maybe get that instead of. Oh, that's the wrong color. And I am thinking about getting a new batch of swords. Currently, I still have enough blank swords in stock to at least last this year. But, you know, government wants to charge more taxes. Okay, so that's pretty much all the basic coloring except the table, which I will be doing now. Table's just going to be a bit gray. Wrong button. First multiply. Well, at least since the banner is now done, I can start working on Eternity 7 art. And I still think my art is better as soon as I use pen and paper and not digital. I mean, the banner is quite proof of that. But yeah, if it only was as easy. To fix the blues, just a big hug. This one is still in frame. This one is going to be out frame. So in the flavor text, I'm going to mention that it's not easy to get rid of the blues, but getting outside sometimes does help. And I will also mention that in the eventual physical comic, blues are not always easily just gone. That's a wrong button. Why does it have a wrong button? I can delete that. That's not that hard. Wrong layer. Not really sure of this face just yet. It's a bit too dark, too light, but that's okay. I can lighten that. Just don't like this one. I'm gonna just cut the eyes because it's technically all the eyes at the moment. I actually never watched Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. So if it does look alike, it's purely coincidental. Eh, it's okay if it's behind something. I mean, people can probably guess what it says. There we go. Blue Monday is a big drama queen. Yes, Yes, they are. I think this is it. You guys can go text check, by the way. You guys can text check. I can start typing. I think all you guys have time to check, so I can. Still thinking, still thinking. Well, what did we think of this? Not really certain about it just yet. Now, hydrate. And that was my last drop. Apparently 10 minste is once again one word. I keep on forgetting that. Why I need text checks. Not now. Okay, so everybody approved this. Everybody approved it. This one. Ooh. If you ever had that, you breathe in so hard, it startles your body, lung, whatever. So this is Breaking the Fourth Wall 2006. And yes, I actually wanted to do something about the kittens, but you know, every week might be a bit much. So this is done. I know what I'm going to draw for very old Blinky, so I'm well aware to break and stuff. 2026. Uh, 33, episode 33. I do need to check the episode just in case. I think I want to redraw an art piece that fits this episode. But if I want to draw this fan art, drawn by Mene, website, I need to be certain that this is actually what happens in the episode. Yep. So this is my inspiration. I absolutely love the background. Yes, I love Blade as well, don't worry. But I really, really like that background. But anywho, first a sketch. And I just want to draw this in my style, so you can see this as a draw this in my style image. Because I love that image so much. It fits the episode perfectly. That's okay with blue. So yeah, I'm doing a draw this in your style or my style or whatever you want to do. This has to be a bit more on the side. So yes, I'm also going to more or less copy the outfit. I'm not going to give him his sword, because his sword would be very impractical when climbing. So I'd like to imagine that they have all the swords below. So I'm not doing the sword. I am doing... did he take the rope along, or did he already had it tied around his waist? Let me check. Because I always imagined it, he would have it tied around his waist. Yeah. It's not really clear where the rope is. Where's my clip studio pen? There it is. Give me my sketchy pencil. It's a very long rope, so he has a couple of loops around his body as well. And rocks will be drawn later. First, we're going to draw our little blade. Has been a while since he was the only one on the cover. I think the only other one with solo blade is with Apple, I think. Would have to check it. To be honest, not really in the mood to check it right now. How about I pick the right layer? So if it wasn't clear, one of my favorite fan art artists and also favorite artist, so not only fan art, is Mene or Mene, however you want to pronounce it. Blade looks kind of scrawny over here. Well, he's still young, so I guess I can get away with it. She made a lot of fan art for Forever Young. She made an, well, it's more or less an animatic for an opening for a season 1 that picked some highlights from the first novel. And this one was made quite late. She also made one for, no, I think 2 for book 2. One of Mayonaka, one of Malin. Also, we were warned about Fantasy Expo that the heating won't be turned on until it's open. So it might still be a bit chilly when people arrive. And that also means that we dealers, will be building up in a cold space. We had that once before. I gotta admit, I did not like that. So I'm probably going to take a blanket, thick jacket, maybe even an extra sweater or vest. Okay, I'm just going to try something because I'm not fully happy with it, but I found a new option and I just want to try it. Okay. Just to make it slightly bigger. So Blade is now a bit wider. He's a strong dude. Not very sure about the head because now the head seems a bit too big, but can I use this as well? Ooh, yes I can. Okay, so that's how that works. The ear still looks very out of place. Just going to redo a couple of lines to keep that sketchy effect. Yeah, this is technically fan art of a fan art. Okay. He's having a bit of issues with sensing which side of the pen there is. Then again, this is about 20 years old by now, still working fine. Knocking on wood, not on this thing, because it can't really handle that. Okay. And now I need to be okay, why is it so blue? Okay, that's better. And the same blackish. And of course, this the original image will be listed as the fan art at the end. And I do hope people realize that this is the fan art of the fan art. Yeah, working on the wrong layer, of course. Well, I'm not going to recolor this. That's my mistake, my loss. At least it worked out fine. I'm going to do the skin tone first because that one's easier. And those who read a bit about the story, age-wise, at first, Matsuru was the oldest because he was the only other character. Then we had Blade. Blade is slightly older than Matsuru. And we have Mayanaka, who is slightly younger. Sushi, who's a lot older, and Aoi is a lot older. And I'm not saying anything about Naraku because reasons. Blue pants. Would Sushi have enough fabric for blue pants? I think she would. She would find a way and get enough fabric for blue pants. And otherwise, it's still a fantasy story. Allow me a little bit of fun. It's a bit bright. Okay, still bright. Yeah, it'll do, it'll do. Let's add a little hint of purple, just to mute it a bit. And now the shoes. And I think Sushi has more very sturdy brown leather. So we now have blade climbing. Now the background, which is going to be very tricky, because I don't think I have rocky background paper, but I do think I once downloaded assets which I used for book. Oh wow, this actually fits quite nicely. Yep, this is it. It's not very sharp. That's okay, I can make it a little bit lighter there, because I also need to make it brown. Brown is red. The positioning is even perfect. That's still a bit too dark. And now the tricky part. Now a bit bigger. And now we make a nice looking outline for blade, because this looks not that perfect. I'm going to make a clipping mask because that's easier. Probably going to do a little bit more extra outline work to make it a bit darker. I still need to work on the background. It's just too, well, fake compared to this. It's okay if I make this a bit dark, because I plan to put down, lower the opacity. Reminds me of, I should contact my old high school again. I offered them my book once, but they didn't respond, probably because it was the end of the year. It's probably too late for it now as well. Okay. Background. It just doesn't, it misses the purple shading there's on blade. So I'm just going to okay, this already matches a lot better. Still not perfect. Okay, this is already a lot better. And that without the security rope. Yep, indeed. It's just that there's the background is a bit pixely. And that simply has to do with the fact that the image is not that big. Okay, so this looks again better. It just doesn't match the rest of the art just yet. So where's my scans? Do I have in my marble-like designs? A filter that can, or a scan that might piece this more together, because the background is simply a picture. It's not a photo, I mean a painting like everything else was. I think that might be the issue, because it doesn't look like it matches. Okay. It gives the space more texture. I think what I need, what I possibly need, I'm not sure yet, is texture paper. Is that fabrics? Is it in fabrics? I think it could be in fabrics. No, it's not it. Perhaps it was in grunge. Not really sure about it just yet. It doesn't look painted. Not even sure if I like this one. It does break it a lot, but it makes it so present. Now it doesn't look very rocky anymore. Well, nice, way too much. Technically, I just want the texture of... I guess that's not gonna happen. Thing is still missing a lot of contrast all of a sudden. Okay, this is better. Makes this part... I don't really like this part. This part is fine. This part I don't like. Yeah, I know it looks a bit smooth, but that's because of the texture. Maybe what might help... let's do that here. Yeah, it just looks smooth because it's a picture. Now I had hoped to create a textured surface. A little bit of grain, but don't really have a grain image that can cause an effect that might fit. I think this is the best I'm gonna get. I want to prevent it from looking pixely. Well, I think this is the roughest I'm gonna be able to get. And then, of course, my signature 2027. Okay, so first I'm going to save it without signature. Then with signature. Well, this is it. Blade climbing a rock, not plummeting to his death. Good thing it's a story. So this is it for today. I'm gonna weigh my boys, and I'll be seeing you either at Fantasy Expo or next week's Penny or another time. So I'll be seeing you. Bye bye. Oh wait, end the recording. Now I'm gonna end the stream.